Have you ever wondered how your favorite t-shirt is made? Our journey begins in the vast cotton fields, where the story of a t-shirt unfolds. Cotton, the primary ingredient in most tees, begins its life as a fluffy flower on a plant. These plants need a hefty dose of sunshine, a generous helping of rain, and rich, well-drained soil to thrive. The perfect blend of these elements sets the stage for the growth of our raw material. Cotton plants are quite the spectacle. With their lush green leaves and delicate white blossoms, they're a sight to behold. But it's not just about the beauty. These plants are working hard, absorbing nutrients from the soil, soaking up the sun and transforming these elements into fluffy cotton bolls. The time it takes for cotton to mature varies, but on average, it's about 5 to 6 months. During this time, the cotton undergoes a transformation. The white blossoms wither away, revealing the cotton bolls. These bolls, with their soft, fluffy fibers, are the raw materials for our t-shirts. When the bolls are ripe and ready, they're harvested. Machines rumble through the fields, picking the cotton and separating it from the plant. It's a sight that's both mesmerizing and vital. This harvested cotton, now separated from its plant, is the first step in the journey of a t-shirt. But the journey doesn't end here. This fluffy raw cotton isn't yet the soft, comfortable fabric we're familiar with. It has a long way to go. The cotton must be cleaned, processed and spun into yarn. This yarn will then be woven into fabric, a process that requires skill, precision and patience. So the next time you pull on your favorite tee, remember the journey it has undertaken. From a small seed in the soil to a cotton plant, from a fluffy boll to a raw material, and finally undergoing a transformation to become the fabric we all know and love. This is just the beginning. The cotton then undergoes a transformation to become the fabric we all know and love. So we have our cotton. What's next? Well, my friends, the journey from plant to fabric is a fascinating one, steeped in history and innovation. First off, our fluffy cloud of cotton needs to be cleaned. This is where the ginning process comes into play. The cotton is put through a machine aptly named the cotton gin, which effectively separates the seeds and any lingering debris from the cotton fibers. We're left with pure, clean cotton, but it's not quite fabric material yet. This is where spinning comes in. Our cotton fibers are spun into yarn, a process that has been refined over centuries, though the principle remains the same. The cotton fibers are twisted together, creating a long, continuous thread or yarn. If you're picturing a giant spinning wheel, you're not far off. Modern spinning machines operate on a similar concept, but on a much grander scale. This process of spinning not only gives us our yarn, but it also strengthens the cotton, making it more durable and suitable for fabric production. Now that we have our yarn, the next step is to weave it into fabric. This is done on a loom, where the yarn is interlaced at right angles to create a flat, uniform piece of fabric. The vertical threads, or the warp, are held in tension, while the horizontal threads, the weft, are woven in and out. This process is repeated over and over until we have a large piece of fabric. But we're not done yet. Our fabric, while woven, is not yet ready to become your favorite t-shirt. It needs to be bleached to remove any remaining impurities and to prepare it for dyeing. Once bleached, the fabric is then dyed to give it the desired color. Whether it's a vibrant red, a calming blue, or a classic white, this is where the fabric truly comes to life. Now that we have our fabric, it's time to give it a shape. The fabric is ready, but how does it become a t-shirt, you might wonder? Well, it's a fascinating process that involves precision, skill, and a dash of creativity. Firstly, the fabric is spread out on a large table, and then a pattern, which is like a blueprint for the t-shirt, is laid on top. This pattern is a guide to ensure that each part of the t-shirt is cut accurately. It's a crucial step because the shape and fit of the t-shirt depend on it. Now the cutting begins. Using sharp, specialized tools, the fabric is carefully cut along the pattern lines. This process is carried out meticulously, as a single wrong cut could potentially ruin the entire piece of fabric. Depending on the design of the t-shirt, there could be several pieces to cut out. These might include the front and back panels, sleeves, and sometimes even separate pieces for the collar and cuffs. Once all the pieces are cut, it's time to assemble them. This is where the sewing comes in. Each piece is sewn together using a high-speed industrial sewing machine. The seams are stitched carefully to ensure they are strong and durable. Starting with the shoulders, the front and back panels are sewn together. Then the sleeves are attached and the side seams are sewn up from the bottom of the shirt to the end of the sleeves. The collar is then sewn onto the neckline. The process of sewing a t-shirt is a real art. It requires not only technical skill but also a good eye for detail. Each seam must be perfectly straight, each stitch the same size, and each piece of fabric perfectly aligned. It's a delicate dance between the hands of the sewer and the humming machine. And there we have it. The transformation from a piece of fabric to a recognizable t-shirt is complete. But hold your horses, we're not quite finished. Our t-shirt is taking shape, but we're not done yet. Ever wondered how your favorite band logo or quirky phrase gets onto your t-shirt? It's all about the magic of printing and finishing. Let's dive right in. The first step in the printing process is creating the design. This design could be anything from a simple text to a complex illustration. Once the design is finalized, it's ready to be transferred onto the t-shirt. And there are several methods to do this. One popular method is screen printing. This is an age-old technique that involves creating a stencil or a screen for each color that appears in the design. These stencils are placed onto the t-shirt and ink is spread over the screen. The ink seeps through the stencil onto the shirt, imprinting the design. This method is great for bulk orders as it's cost-effective and produces vibrant, durable prints. Then there's heat transfer. Here the design is printed onto a special heat-sensitive paper. This paper is then placed onto the t-shirt and subjected to high heat and pressure. The heat causes the design to transfer from the paper to the t-shirt. This method is best for intricate multicolored designs. Digital printing or direct-to-garment printing is another method. It works like your regular inkjet printer. The design is printed directly onto the t-shirt. This method allows for high detail and color variation, making it great for complex designs. After the printing, we move on to the finishing. This is where the t-shirt gets its final touches to ensure it's ready to wear. The shirt is thoroughly washed to remove any leftover ink or dye. It's then ironed to get rid of wrinkles and give it a clean, polished look. Some t-shirts may also undergo additional processes, like distressing or bleaching for a unique finish. And that's the journey your t-shirt takes from a simple piece of fabric to a canvas of self-expression. Each method of printing and finishing adds its own touch, making every t-shirt unique in its own way. And there you have it, a finished t-shirt ready to be worn and loved. So, what's the journey of a t-shirt from a cotton plant to your wardrobe? Let's take a step back and see just how intricate this process truly is. It all starts with a humble cotton seed, planted and nurtured until it grows into a full-fledged cotton plant. These plants, under the watchful eyes of dedicated farmers, are then harvested, their fluffy white cotton bolls plucked by deft hands or modern machinery. Once harvested, the cotton undergoes a transformative process. It's cleaned, separated from its seeds, and spun into yarn. This yarn, once a raw plant product, is now a versatile material, ready to take on any form. But in our case, it becomes the fabric of our t-shirt. The fabric then embarks on its journey to the cutting and sewing department. Here, skilled craftsmen and women, paired with advanced technology, cut the fabric into the familiar shapes that make up a t-shirt. These pieces are then sewn together, each stitch a testament to the care and precision required in this process. But the journey isn't over yet. The t-shirt, now recognizable but still plain, heads over to the printing department. Here, it's adorned with designs, logos or catchy phrases that give it its unique personality. It then undergoes a final finishing process, ensuring it's just right and ready to wear. It's a lengthy journey, one that requires time, effort, and a multitude of resources. But it's a journey that brings us the comfort and style we enjoy in our everyday lives. This entire process, from a seed in the soil to a shirt in your wardrobe, is a testament to human ingenuity and perseverance. It's a story of transformation, a story of how a simple plant product can become an essential part of our daily lives. The next time you wear your favorite t-shirt, remember the journey it has been on. It's not just a piece of clothing, it's a product of hard work and dedication.